Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Goff taps his forward. That's a jet sweep. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Love. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Aleem McNeil in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On play action. Love to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 46, here's second down and 8. Now they'll run it with Gibbs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Now a toss play to Gibbs.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Williams, the man in motion left. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And Gibbs has it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw is Goff.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And just shutting him off there.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring.